Capricorn, what's up? I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. My name is Mel and welcome to my channel, Divine Feminine Works. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This channel is everything tarot, astrology, and spirituality. So if those are things that interest you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you'll always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, Capricorn. This is going to be your reading for September 2020. Hopefully you guys are having a great month so far, that things are going okay, apart from the normal craziness that has become our lives lately. Other than that, I hope y'all are doing well. So before we get into the reading, let's get into a little astrology first. And let's see what's going on with you, astrologically speaking, for September. So the big thing that we have this month is that Mars is going retrograde in Aries, Saturn is going direct in Capricorn, and Jupiter is going direct in Capricorn. So we've got some energetic shifts going on. As a matter of fact, today is September 9th, and today is the day when Mars is going retrograde, and that is happening in your 4th house of home and domestic life. So Mars first entered Aries back in June, and you probably noticed that since June, things regarding your home life, property you may own, relationships with close family members, particularly your mother, have kind of come into focus. Mars is it's a planet that's very headstrong. The energy of Mars can be a little selfish, headstrong, aggressive. So since June, you might have noticed that you might have had a lot more conflicts with close family members or people that you live with. You may have felt like your needs have taken precedence over those of your family members, or again, those who you live with. So there may have been a lot of tension in your life with respect to that since June. The good thing is that now that Mars has gone retrograde, that energy, that headstrong, aggressive, fighting and conflict energy is gonna be less intense. So now you're gonna have the opportunity to kind of see where things are at, especially when it comes to your own needs. The 4th house is all about like our basic needs, things that, may relate to your inner child, your basic needs for like food, shelter, clothing, etc. So now that you've had a chance, now that that sector of your life has been energized for the last couple of months with this energy, with this Mars retrograde energy and things slowing down, you'll be able to sort of assess, all right, this is, I've been fighting to get these needs met for the last couple of months. Now let me take a look at what has actually transpired so that I can like recalibrate. Okay, so that's what's happening with Mars retrograde. Now with Jupiter and Saturn going direct, both of those signs are in your sign of Capricorn, which is your 1st house. So you've probably been undergoing a lot of turmoil and upheaval with respect to how you look, your outlook on life, your attitude, your physical body, anything that has to do with yourself in particular has been like getting a lot of energy. There's a conjunction in your 1st house of Capricorn with Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. So things are being broken down in order to be built back up better. That's the basic theme of this Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto conjunction. Now, even though these planets have been in conjunction, they've been retrograde since May. So Jupiter and Saturn have been retrograde since May, and they're both turning direct this month. When a planet is retrograde, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying about Mars, when a planet is retrograde, its normal characteristics are like recalled. So if a planet is, to use a very simplistic example, if a planet has very positive energy, has very happy energy, when that planet goes in retrograde, the intensity level of that happiness, of that optimism is like lessened a lot. So speaking of optimism, Jupiter is the planet of optimism. It's a very positive planet. It has very positive, beneficial energy. And it having been in retrograde for the last couple of months, it hasn't been able to exude its normal exuberance. You know, it's all about abundance, good fortune, optimism, all those positive things that we want in life. Jupiter hasn't been able to bestow that energy because it's been retrograde. So now that it is going to be turning direct this month, Jupiter is turning direct on September 12th. Now it's going to be able to rain down blessings and give good fortune and be its normal self. And that is in relation to your first house, your house of self. So you might be feeling a lot better. You might be feeling a lot more optimistic once Jupiter goes direct. At the same time, and in the same place, we've got Saturn going direct as well. And Saturn and Jupiter are kind of like opposites. Whereas Jupiter is very optimistic, it's very abundance oriented and all of those good positive vibes. Saturn is not so much. Saturn is really about discipline. Saturn energy, the best way to describe it is like the school of hard knocks. Saturn is that brutal teacher that puts you through a lot of tests. But the point of all those tests is to make you better. And so when Saturn is direct, it can be a little challenging. It's where you experience fear. It's where you experience doubt. It's where you might have obstacles in your way. And with Saturn having gone retrograde in May, that energy was lessened. So since May, you haven't been having that energy of a lot of challenges and obstacles and things like that. But now that Saturn is going direct, it's going to operate normally again. So you're going to have that sort of disciplinarian on your back energy. And again, this is relating to your first house of self. So this is how you see yourself, your attitude, personal development. So it's like you're being pulled in two different directions with Jupiter and Saturn being in the same space. But now they're going direct so they can act as they normally would. So you're going to start seeing a lot more activity with respect to how you look, your body, your appearance, your outlook on life, your attitude. A lot of that is going to have quite a bit of an energetic shift. So be prepared for that. And this is not something that's just going to last for like a couple of days. It's going to last for quite some time. So get used to it. But that's sort of what's going on with these energetic shifts this month. Apart from that, the sun starts in the sign, the beginning half of the month, the sun is in the sign of Virgo, which is your 9th house. So as I'm filming this now and up until the 23rd, you may feel the need to travel. You may be wanting to take a vacation. The 9th house is all about long distance travel. It's about higher education. Some of you may be in college right now or university, and that is taking precedence. I mean, and what a perfect time, right? It's all about back to school. So some of you may be in that sort of space right now. Others of you, it may highlight foreign affairs, things abroad, or things that are just very different to you. So that's what's happening for the first half of September. Once the sun moves into the sign of Libra on September 23rd, that energy is going to shift towards your 10th house. And Capricorn, y'all love the 10th house because the 10th house is all about career and public life. So by September 23rd, you're going to feel ambitious. You're going to feel like you want to advance your career. You're going to feel like you want to achieve certain things, get public recognition, things of that nature. So once the sun goes into Libra, that's where your focus is going to be shifting. So that's pretty much the astrological outlook for you for September. Doesn't look too crazy. Again, there's going to be some energetic shifts with the retrogrades and the planets going direct, but it's nothing you can't handle. So that's September. So let's get into the tarot reading and see what messages Spirit has for you this month. For Capricorn. All right. So for September 2020, what messages does Spirit have for Capricorn? Let's get 2 more cards. Perfect. All right. We've got chaos and conflict. I mean, just as I'm talking about things are not going to be too bad, the chaos and conflict card comes out, but still, it's nothing to be alarmed at. We've got come to the edge. And we've got building blocks. Wasn't I just saying that, especially when it comes to yourself, like your body, your appearance, all of that stuff, that first house sector of your life, that things are being broken down to be built back up. And that's exactly what this card symbolizes, that things are being rebuilt. Some of you, I feel like you may have had like a health issue or something happened that affected your body, and things kind of might have taken a turn for the worst. But now it's like that was only because the way that you were doing things before was not serving you well. And now it's like you're building things back up brick by brick by brick. Are these bricks? They might be bricks. I don't know. But that's sort of what I'm getting. It's like you're building things back up step by step by step. And Spirit is saying that there is a certain amount of faith that you need to have. This card here, this come to the edge card, it always reminds me of the Fool card in tarot. It's like you've got to just take that leap of faith. Despite the fact that there may be a lot of chaos and conflict around you. Like I said, these energetic shifts are definitely causing some chaos and conflict. Again, it's nothing you can't handle, but it's shifting nonetheless. It's almost like how an earthquake shifts the plates, you know, underneath the surface of the earth. That's kind of that's the image that I'm getting right now. And like I said, you might have experienced a lot of conflicts with respect to family members because Mars is in your 4th house. So some of these conflicts, again, the whole point of them is to make things better. And I feel like Spirit is saying you need to have faith right now, because even though things may look crazy or wonky or just off kilter right now, it's really setting you up to build whatever it is you're building on a firm foundation that will last. Whatever you had built before, whatever you were doing before, it was not meant to last. What's happening now, the rebuilding that's going to occur after this chaos, is all about rebuilding something that will last. At the bottom of at the bottom of the deck, we've got go the distance. You're building something that can go the distance, that can withstand the test of time. You see how it's in the desert right here? The desert can be very unforgiving. The winds, the brutal cold at night, the storms, it can really destroy something. But whatever is breaking, this is how you know how this resonates. Whatever is breaking down in your life, it's breaking down to be rebuilt better, to be rebuilt in a way that can really stand the test of time and go the distance. So think about that and realize that as you're assessing what's going on in your life right now. All right, let's get some more cards out here. This is for Capricorn for September 2020. Okay. We've got 6 of Swords. There's 6 of Swords is all about movement forward. It's about moving from turbulent waters into calmer waters. So again, you were experiencing some turbulence, either at home or within yourself or on a very personal level. But that is going to be subsiding. Especially, I really think it has to do with a domestic situation, because Mars is very turbulent energy. And with Mars going retrograde, that turbulent energy is really going to calm down. It's going to subside, and it's going to put you in a position where you can think clearly now. I feel like you might not have been able to think clearly or come up with a plan that made sense. But with Mars going retrograde, I think now you'll be able to. All right, now we've got the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're also taking a decision about something. In moving away from that turbulence and being able to think clearly, you're going to think of a solution, or you're going to make a particular decision that's going to set you on the right path. We've got the Devil. This is you, though. The Devil, I'm not saying that y'all are devils. Don't come after me. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that the Devil card is the card of Capricorn in the Tarot. So you are here. And I feel like whatever decision you're making, like you're really going to stick to it. For some of you, it has to do with career. Some of you are like, all right, I'm taking the decision that I'm going to go towards this career, and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z to get there. Now that I can think clearly, I can think about what I need to get ahead. And that's exactly what you're going to do. Is this 3? Perfect. All right. We've got the Hanged Man. We've got the Two of Cups. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Nice. All right. Nice. Yeah, I think for some of you, oh, and at the bottom of the deck, oh, we've got the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is about home. It's about celebrating. It's about having a happy and stable home life. And that's exactly what I feel like this reading is about. I think that, again, this is speaking to this Mars retrograde. There's going to be time for you to see things from a different perspective. You're going to be able to think clearly. You're going to be able to assess things from a place of mental clarity. For some of you, I feel like it's a domestic partnership. And I feel like you might take a little time out. I don't know if you're going to spend some time elsewhere. If it's a domestic partnership, I'm seeing like people that live together. You might take some time out, meaning that you might sleep someplace else for a little while. I'm not saying, and I'm not seeing that you're like moving out completely, but I do see you taking some time apart. Especially, again, once this Mars goes retrograde starting today, I feel like for some of you, you might be taking time apart. And in that time apart, you're going to realize that that's who you actually want to be with. That's where you want to be. That's who you want to be tethered to. And I feel like once you make that decision, things are going to start going a lot more smoothly for you in your relationship. And now you can start building upon that, right? Because I feel like there was some... Once June hit, I feel like not only were you fighting a lot with this person, but I feel like you were seeing what wasn't working in the relationship. And it was causing y'all to butt heads. You know, Aries is the ram. And y'all were really butting heads on certain issues. But a little bit of time apart, a little bit of quiet time is going to get things in perspective for you. So you can see what needs to be worked on in this relationship, and you can actually have it. You can actually have it. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, someone, again, this is talking about this domestic relationship. Someone is getting karma for what they did in the past. I feel like, and part of that karma was like, so when Mars entered Aries, like the conflict was part of this person's karma. That person could be you or it could be your partner. But someone is like getting their karma. And it's making both of you see the relationship in a completely different way. It's like, let's say you're not the one experiencing karma. Let's say that you're the one who's like, you know what? I can't deal with this anymore. Let me put this on ice for a second. I feel like by doing that, this person is going to realize like what it's like to be without you, and they don't want to be without you. They don't. And I feel like if this is you that's like taking a step back, I feel like intuitively you don't feel like you want to, or you don't feel like it's going to help the situation. That's why Spirit is saying you need to come to the edge, and you need to just trust that that you're doing the right thing. Yeah, I see like some of you are going like you're temporarily moving in with a parent, or temporarily moving in with like a family member to put some distance between you and your partner. And it's good. That's a good thing. You're definitely going to be putting some distance between the two of you. But it's going to make you both realize how you really want to work on this relationship. But yeah, like I said, someone is getting karma for what they did in the past. Let's look into this further and see what that actually means. So let's get one on the Six of Swords. We've got message. So I feel like I'm getting two things. One, I feel like some of you got, okay, so if your partner was involved with someone else or they were doing some funky shit, I feel like you're going to get a message about this, and that's what's going to spark you to leave. Or that's what's going to spark you putting distance between the two of you. Some of you, I feel like y'all are just going to quietly dip out and just send your partner a message like, yo, I'm not coming home. Or I'm staying at my mom's house, or I'm staying at my sister's house, or something like that. But there's a message that sparks this separation. Let's get one on the Ace of Swords. We've got gift. Yeah, I feel like once you put this distance between the two of you, like y'all are gonna realize that this is what you really want. And the separation is really a gift. It's like a blessing in disguise. Because I feel like it's just gonna revitalize and revamp this whole relationship. Okay, let's get one on the Devil. We've got Thief. Yeah, in the past, either you or your partner, somebody was doing something they weren't supposed to do. Yeah, one of you was really unassuming, and I feel like the other person was just taking something that wasn't theirs, or like, okay, I'm hearing some of you like were dealing with a married person. You or your partner, one of y'all were married and y'all were still dealing with each other. Others of you were just involved in some stuff that they weren't supposed to be involved in. And you're going to get karma for that. You or the other person are going to receive their karma for what they did in the past that wasn't right. Let's get one on the Hanged Man. Yeah, we've got false person. Somebody in this relationship was doing something they weren't supposed to do. They weren't being authentic. They were lying. They were... Take it as it resonates. But you know, if this message is getting to you and this is resonating with you, you know what I'm talking about. Somebody was not doing what they were supposed to do. They had their hand where their hand shouldn't be. They were doing some funky shit that they weren't supposed to be doing, and they will receive karma. But overall, what I'm getting is that all of this is divine work. You know, before things get better, and I'm talking generally, I'm not just talking about in your particular situation. Before things get better, they have to get worse. Things that are not good have to come to the surface so you can see them. Because if you don't see them, you're not going to change. You're not going to change your behavior. You're not going to change out of the relationship. You're not going to change your location. Whatever needs to be changed, if it's not for you, it's going to come to light that it's not for you. And that's exactly what's happening here. I'm not saying that this person isn't for you, but I'm saying the way that the situation was going on was not for you. And I honestly feel like this is for people who are living together. I don't get the sense that y'all are married, but I feel like y'all are in a serious relationship and y'all live together. Yeah, I feel like there was a third party that was enticing either you or your partner. And somebody was stepping out. And I feel it's hard for me to get a clear picture of this because I feel like the situation was just like muddy and chaotic. I can't even get a clear picture of this because it's just like there was a lot of masks to this situation. A lot going on under the surface that just is murky is what I'm getting. And all of that has been coming up to the surface since June. Definitely. Since about May or June. A lot of things have come to light. Yeah, you've had it's been some turbulent months, Capricorn. But that's good because, again, it's coming up to the surface. Things have to be torn down. Things not built on a sturdy foundation. A house of cards built on sand is not going to last. And you're seeing that. But you're also seeing now that Mars is going retrograde and a lot of the fighting and the conflict and the aggression is subsiding, now you're able to think with a clear head and you're able to think, all right, this needs to go, this needs to stay, this needs to change, this needs to stay the same. But also it's like you're seeing things from a different perspective, and I feel like ultimately like the love between you two is just going to be replenished. Like it's almost like the both of you are going to be reminded of this. And there's going to be a positive outcome to this. Okay. Let's get a card on the Two of Cups. Let's get one on the Two of Cups. There we go. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Aww. Marriage. Like I said, yeah, all this turbulence that you're going through, it's to get you to this. If you really want it, right? Because obviously you've got free will. You can choose to do whatever you want to do. But that's why you've been going through this turbulence, because I feel like at the heart of the matter, the both of you want to be together. Y'all want to be together. I'm also hearing, side note, this might also be a work relationship. But this partner that you have in this work relationship, like in this business partner, y'all are really close. Y'all are really close. That's for some of you. But I feel like for the overwhelming majority of you, this has to do with a domestic relationship, a partnership. And y'all want to get married. Y'all want to be together, but y'all just have to work out the kinks. It's been crazy for a couple of months. Things have been coming to the surface. Y'all are going to put some distance between you two just for a little bit. And Mars retrograde lasts until November. So for some of you, y'all might be at a distance until the end of the year. But it's going to have you seeing things in a different light. It's going to have you seeing things from a different perspective. And it's like you're going to be like, you know what? I really do want to be with this person. I really do want to make this work. I really want to have a commitment with this person, and it's going to happen. Just going to take some time, though. All right, let's get one on the Wheel of Fortune. There we go. We've got thoughts. Like, yeah, I feel like some of you were feeling like, of course, if you're going through conflicts with someone, you're not always thinking the best of them. I feel like for a lot of you, all of the negativity that's been going on has been circling in your mind. It's been on replay. It's been on loop in your mind. And I feel like this Mars retrograde is going to give you the opportunity to think in a different way. Like I said, you're not going to have that aggression and that conflict in your face. You're going to be able to think clearly. Your thoughts are definitely going to be affected in a positive way. And also, there's someone that thinks the world of you. Despite the fact that this person may have done you wrong in the past, they think about you a lot and they think the world of you. When they think of you, they think of positivity. They think of optimism. I feel like you motivate this person. You give them hope. You brighten their day. There's something about you that adds a very positive quality to their life. And that's what they're thinking about. You may be thinking the worst about them, but they're thinking the best of you right now. Really. Yeah, this situation can really work out for the best. But take that leap of faith. If your intuition is telling you, no, yo, I need to put some distance between us, I need some time and some space to clear my head, do that. It'll only benefit you and your relationship. Yeah, at the bottom of this deck, we have message of concern. Like I said, there's some message that comes in that sparks all of this. And that's a part of this person's karma, your or this person's karma. There's a message that comes in that just like, it's jarring. And it may be about your partner, it may be about you, but that's what sparks this whole thing. It's a message that sparks this whole thing. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, let's get some astrology cards on this right now. No, that didn't want to come out. Okay, we've got Taurus. Interesting. So Taurus would be your 5th house. You or the other person may have, they may be cheating, they may be flirting, they may be entertaining someone that is a Taurus. That's the this message could come from this Taurus that's like, yo, I've been with your man, or I've been with your girl, or whatever. This Taurus could be the start of some drama. Let's just say that. Okay. Let's get 2 more cards here. Yeah, we've got the sun. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, we've got the sun. The sun is all about things coming to light. Like I said, there's going to be a message that comes in that's going to shed a lot of light on what's been going on. All that murkiness that's been under the surface that you haven't been able to see, the sun is definitely going to shed some light on that. Let's get one more here. This one wants to come out. Look at that. We've got Aries. Again, this is what I'm talking about. This Mars in Aries transit that started in June, that's going in retrograde today. This is what is behind all of this. Your 4th house. Yeah, and then at the bottom we've got, don't know if you can see that. It says opposition. The 2 of you are at odds right now. Or y'all have been at odds since June. But again, like I said, there's going to be some kind of message that comes in that sort of blows the door open on what's been going on all the things you haven't been able to see. And it's going to make you want to put some distance in between you two, which I've been saying, it's very beneficial. It's going to allow both of you to see things, sorry. It's going to allow both of you to see things from a completely different perspective, so you can think clearly, decide on what you want, and ultimately make things better. Ultimately have that marriage, ultimately have that solid commitment that's not a house of cards built on quicksand. It's something long-lasting, stable, something real, something that y'all can commit to for a long time. Although things are starting out crazy, I feel like the end result is going to be really positive in this relationship. All right, Capricorn, that has been your reading for September 2020. I hope that you were able to get at least one message from this reading. If you'd like to book a personal tarot reading with me or order an astrology report, that information is in the description box below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Divine Feminine Works. Every week I do a series called The Week Ahead. That's just a quick and dirty tarot read on the upcoming energies for that week. And I also have a lot of cool content on there too. A lot of divine feminine stuff, a lot of motivational and astrological stuff. So definitely follow me there so you don't miss any of that. I also have a weekly series here on YouTube called The Stargazer, which, just like The Week Ahead on Instagram, is an astrological forecast for the upcoming week. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, definitely do so now so you don't miss any of that. Capricorn, everything I do comes from the bottom of my heart. If you feel so inclined and would like to buy me a coffee, buying a coffee is it's like giving a tip. They just call it buy a coffee. It's really cute. If you'd like to do that, that link is in the description box as well. It's my pleasure and a privilege to read for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you next time.